Michelle Duggar is no longer in the spotlight like she once was, but every once in a while, the mom of 19 will pop up in a video or photo shared by one of her children. Typically, Joy-Anna Duggar shares updates on her mom, often when she spends time with the grandchildren. The Duggar matriarch looks less tired these days, as most of her children are adults and have built their own families. A few Duggar siblings are still left at home, but Josie Duggar will turn 15 next month. She is the youngest of the bunch, and was born while the family was filming 19 Kids and Counting. The in-town Duggar sisters recently got together to celebrate Joy-Anna's birthday, and she shared some of the moments they spent together. Michelle was there with her daughters. Only Jinger Duggar and Jana Duggar missed the fun. The photos and videos started the conversation about how good Michelle looked. When Joy-Anna Duggar shared the moments from her belated birthday outing, the comment section quickly filled up with praise for Michelle Duggar. Many of her followers couldn't believe how good her mom looked. One follower wrote, "Ah, your mama looks wonderful." Another posted, "Love your family so much. Your mom looks so amazing. Does she age at all?" Someone else added, "Wow, your mom looks amazing." Michelle Duggar celebrated her 58th birthday in September. Over the last few years, the mom of 19 has been accused of aging in reverse, and she has received plenty of attention for how young she looks. While filming 19 Kids and Counting On, it was clear that Michelle looked less stressed as the children got older. However, she had plenty of help raising her brood, with the older sisters having buddy teams they were responsible for caring for as the number of children continued to grow. She welcomed 2 sets of twins. The remaining children were single births. Michelle has also had multiple cesarean sections, especially the older she got. By the time Josie came along, Michelle was in her 40s, and the final baby she welcomed, Jubilee, didn't make it. Michelle Duggar remains in the background as her children take the reins and choose whether to raise their families in the public eye or back in the real world. Jill Duggar and Derek Dillard have been open about their strained relationship with the Duggar family. They made it clear that some siblings were very upset with how things played out, and their position on Jim Bob Duggar was evident in her book Counting the Cost. However, things seemingly shifted last Christmas when Jill and Derek were spotted at the big house for the holiday. She was even spotted in a photo with Jedidiah Duggar, one of her biggest critics when news of her books dropped last fall. The former Counting On couple clarified that they wanted a relationship with the Duggars, but boundaries had to be established and respected. Jill didn't want things to be strained, but she wasn't comfortable remaining silent and allowing things to be swept under the rug. Since last Christmas, Jill and Derek have also attended both Duggar weddings without incident. It is important to note that Jill was not asked to be Jana Duggar's bridesmaid, but all of the older sisters were. There was also speculation that Joy-Anna Duggar wasn't happy with Jill. That seemingly isn't the case, as she helped plan Joy-Anna's sister's lunch. Better late than never, right? Joy-Anna Duggar shared a few moments from the birthday lunch Jill Duggar and Jessa Duggar planned for her. It was a few weeks after her October birthday, but almost all the sisters and Michelle Duggar were in attendance. Jill sat beside her mom, and all the sisters looked happy in the clips Joy-Anna shared. It looks like Jill Duggar may have reconciled with her siblings, but her position with her parents remains unclear. Her relationship with Michelle Duggar seemed decent despite the book's release and details about how Jim Bob Duggar treated her and how their household was run. Michelle helped Jill following the birth of Frederick and her surgery shortly after. She has been warm to her, but it doesn't seem like things with her father have changed. It's unclear whether her siblings have changed their opinion of her and her choice to write a book and participate in Shiny Happy People. The brothers appeared to have more outrage, and brokering peace may be something they are all interested in as they get older and raise their own families. Over the years, the 19 Kids and Counting family gained a reputation for themselves. At first, Duggar News fans were fascinated with their way of living, but dark truths about their fundamental lifestyles started coming into the limelight after Josh Duggar's arrest. Since such an unveiling, a lot of siblings have changed their ways. For instance, the family had a very rigid and orthodox way of living, full of rules about clothes and how one must carry oneself, eating habits, and so on. But as years have passed, many siblings decided to chuck those rules. John David and Abbie Duggar's families are among them. Did they start drinking? Over the years, Abbie Duggar and John David have been quite active on social media. Their frequent vacation pictures are proof that they like living life to the fullest. Duggar News followers often cheer them on as they post these glimpses. Amidst all this, Abbie had also made a post about a new change in her life. It turns out that she started her own business with hair care products. A discussion began on Reddit. Many began to argue that such a thing would upset Jim Bob Duggar. That's because IBLP teachings say women need to stay at home and take care of the kids while men become breadwinners. So, it was a major rule break, and fans keep seeing more such rule breaks on their social media handles. For instance, John David and Abbie's new social media post really made fans curious. John David and Abbie Duggar have been quite upfront about living their life. As mentioned above, their social media handle is full of them having a fun gala time and planning vacations. Duggar News followers saw that they celebrated a staycation for their 6th wedding anniversary. The couple included wholesome pictures in their joint social media handle. It had them flashing big smiles and glimpses of the picturesque place they chose for their celebration. But one picture caught everyone's eye the most. In fact, it turns out that John and Abbie Duggar were spotted with wine glasses. Everyone began to assume that they might be drinking alcohol and began to wonder if they had broken the rules. Well, IBLP teachings often advise against drinking alcohol based on concerns about the potential for sin and spiritual harm. This stems from a belief that alcohol can lead to loss of self-control, temptation, and sinful behavior. However, some began to argue that the couple may have just used wine glasses for aesthetics and were perhaps drinking grape juice in them. Well, there is no sure way of telling, as John David and Abbie didn't pay heed to the comments that were inquiring the same. What do you think they were having? Justin Duggar is one of the lesser-known children of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar. Justin was born just before the Duggar family was discovered by TLC and spent most of his life on camera. Still, he was rarely focused on in 19 Kids and Counting or the family's follow-up show, Counting On. Now a married man, Justin has opted to stay mostly out of the spotlight. Still, Justin Duggar and his wife, Claire Spivey, hold a Duggar family record. They are the couple who have gone the longest without announcing their first pregnancy. Justin Duggar and Claire Spivey married in February 2021 in Texas. The couple's relationship moved quickly. Justin announced his courtship in September 2021 and his engagement to Claire just 2 months later. Their wedding, just 3 months after that, shocked Duggar family followers, largely because of Justin's young age. Justin proposed to Claire 11 days before his 18th birthday and married her just 3 months after he turned 18. Regardless of how quickly they ran down the aisle, things have slowed down for the young couple since then. They've been married for 2 years and 4 months and still have not announced their first pregnancy. They are officially the Duggar couple who has waited the longest to announce a pregnancy by a large margin. There is no word on if the couple is purposefully holding off on having kids or if they are dealing with medical complications that would prevent pregnancy. Justin Duggar and Claire Spivey aren't the only Duggar couple to hold off on making a pregnancy announcement for a while after marriage. While many of the Duggar kids have had children within the first year of marriage, Jeremy and Jinger Vuolo evidently made a conscious decision to wait. Weed in November 2016 and settled into married life in Laredo, Texas, after an international honeymoon. Duggar family followers expected a pregnancy announcement within a few months, but it didn't come. In fact, Jeremy and Duggar didn't announce their first pregnancy until January 2018, 14 months after their wedding. Their first daughter, Felicity Nicole Vullo, was born in July 2018. Before Justin and Claire, they were the couple who waited the longest to announce their journey into parenthood. While Justin and Claire and Duggar and Jeremy might not be outliers among the general population, they are within the Duggar family. Jim Bob and Michelle regularly preached about their thoughts on birth control, and it appears many of their children brought those beliefs into marriage too. Several Duggar kids have given birth to honeymoon babies. Jill Dillard and Derek Dillard made quick work of starting their family. The couple married in June 2014 and announced their first pregnancy in August of the same year. Their first son, Israel Dillard, was born in April 2015. Jill and Derek have moved away from the Duggar family beliefs and now use birth control to plan their family. The couple's second son was born in 2017. Their third son was born in 2022. Joy Anna Forsyth and her husband, Austin Forsyth, welcomed a honeymoon baby in February 2018. The couple married in May 2017. Before Gideon's arrival, Duggar family followers speculated that Joy may have been pregnant before walking down the aisle, but there is no validity to that claim. Joseph Duggar and Kendra Caldwell also welcomed their first son, Garrett Duggar, exactly 9 months after their wedding. The couple wedded in September 2017. Garrett was born in June 2018. Most recently, Jeremiah Duggar and his wife, Hannah Wisman, announced a pregnancy quickly after their wedding date. The couple married in March 2022 and welcomed their daughter on Christmas Day 2022.